Hello, it's George from Australia, and welcome to Gaming My Whole Life, where I discuss everything video game related, from good old past pixels to the birth of 3D until now. Welcome to my humble yet smexy Australian gaming YouTube channel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before you, in all of its beautiful glory, is Horizon Call of the Mountain. This is Sony's brand new IP that launched with the PlayStation VR2. Not a new IP, sorry, but it is their first effort into the VR world as far as the PSVR2 is concerned. This is their flagship title. This is the AAA game. Some accuse it of being a fancy tech demo. Others believe it is a full-fledged game. I'm here to share my experiences with you and get you hyped and excited. I'm going to approach this the exact same way I did with my Resident Evil Village VR review. I'm firstly going to cover gameplay, let you know how it feels, how it touches, how it interacts, all the different things you can do. You know what gaming is all about, having freaking fun. And then when we're done with that, then we need to talk about all the graphics, all the visual elements, the fact that this freaking rope looks sexy, right? Like, and all that. And of course, if you are new here, you like my positive attitude, you like my enthusiasm, boom, you know what to do. I'm finger banging the like button. And if you want to be extra smexy, go ahead, boom, and hit subscribe. So with that being said, let's get to the gameplay. So as you can see, I have floating hands in front of me. There are no limbs attached. Personally, for people who are new to VR, I do actually think this is the better approach, even though personally I prefer when there's limbs, and especially when you look down you see a body. As you can see, there is no body. Even if we look at our shadow, we are literally just a pair of flown hands, which is great for newcomers, because then you don't need to worry about connections and this and that. It doesn't need to make sense when your hands are like this. Now, the PlayStation VR2 controllers, they can detect what your fingers are doing. So that's why I can give you a thumbs up. That's why I can do the finger banging. Alrighty, enough of this. This is what you hear about. If I put my hand over my shoulder, I feel a perfectly timed vibration letting me know that if I press the button, boom, I have my bow. My bow and arrow, right? You can have it in your right hand, you can have it in your left, and with this in your hand, we can admire all the lovely details. If I put my hand back over my shoulder, I feel the vibration. I press the button, and boom, look at this. I have my arrow. I put it together, and comes together. I feel vibration. I let go, and he flies beautifully. This is obviously used to take down enemies and so forth. There's also hidden targets. So you see over there, you can see that blue little marker. They are hidden around the world, and the game encourages you to try find them. So let's see if I can shoot that. Now I see 5 out of 10, so there is more. The other part is if and it's unlimited as well, so you can just pew, pew, you know, just live the dream, maybe do it sideways, boom. Very sexy, very intuitive. It feels fun. Now if I turn it this way, different options. You have your normal arrows, you have your fire arrow, and then you have your shock arrow. And you need to collect different parts in order to use them. Look what happens when I use this. So that's obviously very cool. Oh, and we have this one as well. Very, very awesome. Now you may have heard this game is all about climbing. That's not a lie. So let's do some climbing. How does that feel? And how easy is it? Well, you can see here. You can choose where you look. You can rotate while you're doing it. What's cool about this climbing is it really makes you feel powerful. Like I'm stretching my arm out. I'm just floating in the air. I did not skip arm days. I am so powerful. I'm doing this with one hand. You know, it's not hard to do. Moments like this, I really like. Because like this, it's like, oh, it's like I'm doing the monkey bars, you know? You have your beautiful views. I'm very comfortable. Like normally in a game like this, you'd be nervous. No, I can look down. Hello, down. Bang, 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 bang. Nothing for me to be nervous about. You get very comfortable with climbing. It will absolutely test your fear of heights. And if you see a white mark, that's where you put your hands. Now, because you don't have limbs, you don't need to worry about getting them tangled. Like as long as your hand goes near the white area, you can grab it. Oh. I'm probably going to slide when I grab this. Ah. Look at that view. Look at this. Can you even believe that this is a VR game? This looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm not even up to the graphics part of this, but look at this for attention to detail. I can move my head so close to the grass, it makes it feel real, and the grass even interacts with my fingers a bit as I run my hand through it. So we can keep going. It's not hard. What's funny as well is it breaks any sort of realism, because yeah, if this was real, you'd be doing it like this. You'd be hanging, you'd be looking up, and that would of course hurt your neck. Because this is just a game though, and you're Superman as far as I'm concerned, you can climb in ways that doesn't make sense. Look, who would climb like this? I'm like a monkey. See? No one would climb like this, but the game lets you do it. The game lets you do it. The textures, the detail is like just so unheard of in a VR game. You can get so close and see so many things. It really is a technical marvel that we can get a game as gorgeous as this day freaking one, right? Like, who knows the state of games by the end of the life cycle. So you get comfortable on playing in a seated position. You don't even need to pay that much attention. You just look for the white bits. Alright, this bit's cool, right? This bit's very cool. It adds some variety. If I press the X button, I have this little pop-up, and oh, look at this. Look at this bad boy. And oh, jams in. I can let go. It's like it's permanently there. You know, I can do sit-ups. Okay, that was not a sit-up or whatever. Let's get that going for this hand as well. So I find this bit quite nice. I like that it breaks things up. Pull it out. Get a nice little bit of vibration. You can do this quick. Hello world. You can throw it away. Hello. Oh wow, went all the way down. Okay, my fear of heights is kicking in slightly. Actually, I'm showing off too much. Let's get to the top. Now, to say they milk... Oh my goodness, the fear of heights. Hello! Oh, I'm so freaking high. But it's gorgeous and it means I can perv on the graphics. The amount of milking they do, though, in this game, like the amount of unnecessary climbing you do, is actually quite funny. Like, they do make you climb just a little bit more than I would like. It's not unenjoyable, but the rumors are true when you've probably heard that there's a bit more climbing than needed. You're going to keep climbing, but it's about the experience. It's about taking it in. It's about perving on your bow. It's about your fancy arrows. Oh good, I was hoping for some physics things to show off. So there's a lot of random instruments in this, and there's a lot of physics as well. Now, you may recall when I did my Resident Evil Village VR review, right? Wonderful game. Highly recommended you watch it straight after this video if you haven't already, right? But one complaint I did have was that your limbs will always go through objects, right? It was a little bit immersive break-in. Not in this game. This game was obviously made with VR in mind, and so your limbs don't magically go through things. Also, physics-based. Heh. Whee! Hop. Physics works very well, very convincing. So like I can grab this, put it in there, grab that. See? Oh. So physics works. Physics work the way it should. Taking in this scale, right? Like, oh my goodness, the sun right here. You can see over here you have these little green things. These let you know how much health you have, because there is battle sequences against the dinosaurs, which is quite fun. But I feel this game is more about exploring. It's about deliberately going forward, looking at the insane texture work and graphics, finding extra targets to shoot down, looking at that waterfall, that looks too good. Like, that looks fantastic. Let's see if we can open this door. Whoa. Well, never mind. In this game, in general, you can't jump, but there are parts where you can jump. This is one of those moments. It goes slow-mo, so you don't need to worry, and grab. I've made it. Let's monkey out of our way. So you will absolutely get over any fear of heights you have, because you have no choice. The small amount of battling that you do is quite fun. You know, the camera automatically locks onto enemies. It feels very satisfying when you manage to get a headshot, when you manage to get them in the eye. You know, they're fun, but it isn't required, right? It isn't something you need. This right here, what you're experiencing, this is what you'll be doing the majority of the time. So it's sort of a little bit like role-playing. If you enter this game with the thought and expectation of I'm going to enjoy climbing, I'm going to enjoy looking at the graphics, I'm going to enjoy trying to find secrets and looking forward to new items that I can craft. If you approach it from that respect, you will get a lot out of the game. It's a very nice, simple showpiece. It really shows things off. But as you can see, even in this very short amount of time, I've done a lot of climbing. Just looks lovely. I have snap turning on, so instead of it being smooth like that, I have a snap. For me, that reduces the motion sickness that I was actually experiencing, because it's a lot to take in. You really do need to build a gradual tolerance for VR, right? So anyone who's just started playing, just starting to feel you can't play for more than 5 to 10 minutes at a time, that is perfectly fine. Ease into it and spend a lot of time in the control settings. I can't stress that out enough. You want to find what works for you and what doesn't. Oh, there's nothing there. But I am Sparta. Hang on. I need to convince you all that I'm Sparta. I know how to do this. Huh. Yeah, see? I have my shield. I have my weapon. I can stab the shield. Stab, stab. It interacts with each other. It can get stuck. There can be some detection issues, but we don't need this, so whee! Huh. I appreciate the physics stick around. Oh, wow, my feeling of heights. Sorry, my fear of heights really kicks in. But it's nice because the game isn't going to let you fall, so you can challenge it knowing nothing bad will happen. Whee! Oh, does it go all the way down? It really does. It really does. Like, it went through that roof at the end, but it went down. Oh, so just the way the sunbeams, that looks sick. I really hope the footage is capturing that. Now, sure, there is a lot of climbing in this game, but it isn't just by hands that you do the climbing. For example, I just got this new fancy tool, and also I showed you earlier we have this. So there's different, you know, things that happen, different bits of variety. Let me show you this one, right? Oh, that is terrifying. Ha. Can throw that away. Whoa, goodbye. Wow, it went all the way down there. See, it combines the different sort of climbing mechanics that you do get, and just, my God, look at this. This just, it just looks so darn good. Oh, we have another target there. Bang, 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 we have another target. Lovely. Let's get this out. Let's get this. And shooting actually feels really good in this game, to be honest. Who designs a world like this where there's so much needless climbing, right? See, the draw distance in this game as well is another technical feat. You can see all the way down here, right? Now, any trees that I look at, you can see the wind is affecting them. So I can see so far down, yet the trees are moving, the water's moving. Oh dear, I think I'm gonna have to let go and swing. Ah! Okay, that was that was terrifying, but pretty cool. That was terrifying. Oh, we're still climbing. Okay. So inside of Horizon Call of the Mountain, you will find different objects and items. See how it rolls about, depending on how I twist it. When you let go, magically disappears, which is quite nice. You use these parts to upgrade your bows. You can take advantage of physics, see? So it's like, huh, huh. Fun with physics. Huh. Because remember, when we look at the bow and we turn it like this, in order for me to get a fire bow, right, working, I needed this feather. I needed, see, I needed that little green thing there. You saw me grab it. Those are the spark plugs I found. I attach them. So you actually construct the bows together, which is pretty cool. Yes. Alright, I'm gonna use my electric bows.
Take all its armor
Oh, but look at this. Yeah, so you heal with fruits and apples. So I can grab this. See heal? Now see here, see how I only have 2 of those green things? That's because I took too much damage. But you grab something you can eat. See how it goes up? So money-wise, I think Sony has absolutely invested heavily into VR. I don't think they can be accused of being lazy. I don't think it was really realistic to expect the full-fledged VR experience even beyond this right off the bat, because there's a lot of people who this will be their very first game, and this is complex enough for them. It's enough to get them excited. It's enough to make them love it. I like this. I'm looking forward to showing this to all my family and friends. I think this is a wonderful experience. But then there's other third-party developers to keep an eye for, like Skydance Interactive, for example. So the people who made The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, arguably easily the best PSVR 1 game that we ever played, and what really sparked my passion for VR, to be honest. They're releasing Saints and Sinners The Walking Dead Chapter 2 on the PSVR next month, right? On the PSVR 2 next month. So I'm really looking forward to covering that. They've also working on a game called Behemoth, which is meant to come out next month as well. Sorry, this year, Behemoth, full-fledged AAA game. So it isn't like Sony's given us this impressive, 8-hour tech demo, so to speak. It isn't like we get that and we get Resident Evil Village and we get Gran Turismo, and it's like, that's it. It's like, bye-bye, like, good luck. It's like, no. VR is in a very different place now. It's extreme. It's in a good place. Thumbs up, good place. Like bang, 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 bang. Very good place. You can expect a lot of great games because Sony has made the marketplace. The PSVR 2 is a marketplace. It's a platform that developers can make their games for, knowing the exact specifications, right? See, when you make VR games for PC, you have to keep in mind how many people even have a good enough PC and the equipment in order to run your game effectively, right? But when people make a PSVR 2 game, they know exactly the powerhouse and the tools that they're working with. They know they know the capabilities. They know what to expect. So look at this, these details, being able to see it so closely. Like, you can't do this anywhere else. Look at that, I can get so close, I can see the freaking moss in there. Like, just, it looks freaking fantastic. Look at it, look at the way it bounces. Like, VR is just so much fun. And after doing my Resident Evil Village review, I have to say, there is no doubt in my mind that it is worth grabbing every single first-person any game you have ever played ever and converting it into this experience. It truly does make it better. Oh, good. What have we got here?
This will be useful for crafting tear arrows.
We'll use echo shells. There you go, see? Whoop. See, I like that effect when you let go. Whoa. Anyways, let's wrap this up, right? What are my final thoughts on this game? Visually, breathtaking. Unmistakable. Really shows off the features of the PlayStation VR 2. It's a tech demo with a lot of reach. It is something extremely fun and so forth. But once you beat this game, I don't think you're coming back to it. This is not the ultimate full-fledged Sony first-person IP. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's a fun game. Like, it's really hard conveying... there's 2 arrows on it. It's really hard conveying my complex feelings about this game without it sounding negative, and I really don't want it to, because I'm enjoying this game, you know. It's fun. They keep adding extra tools and so forth. Like, look at this. You go flying, you grab, like, it's very, very cool, and they're continuously adding new things. But Sony can and will give us more and better in the future. Anyways, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with me. You have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you live on this big blue planet of ours. God bless you all. Take care. See you for the next video here. Gaming my whole life. I'm going to keep playing this. I'm going to keep enjoying it. But yeah, next time, if they could just reduce just how much you have to climb, that would be absolutely fantastic. Because, yeah, the arms do get tired. I don't want to sound like a whiner, but you do this motion so much. Alright, talk to you all next time. Bye-bye.